Chosen one, there is a river of abundance flowing into your life right now, and I need you to open your heart wide enough to receive it. If you feel a stirring inside your spirit as I speak these words, trust that impulse. It means you have stepped into a divine moment, an alignment of forces orchestrated solely for your elevation. Right now, in ways beyond your human comprehension, cosmic doors are swinging open to release a financial outpouring that will leave you astounded. The time has come for you to spend money like water, with a freedom and confidence you once only dreamed possible. But remember, every blessing demands your readiness. So before we dive deeper, pause for just a moment. Do 3 simple actions that will set the energetic stage for your breakthrough. Like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment 777 below. By doing so, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are not only willing but fully prepared to receive the tide of prosperity hurtling your way. Take a deep breath and reflect on the countless times you've felt scarcity suffocate your dreams. Maybe you've scraped by paycheck to paycheck, always anxious about whether you'd make it to the next month. Perhaps you've told yourself wealth was only for the lucky or those born into privilege. You might have spent nights lying awake, wishing you could break free from the invisible chains of financial limitation. But let me tell you, dear soul, that was only the old chapter of your life. The chapter that shaped your resilience, tested your faith, and refined your spirit so you'd be strong enough to handle what is about to come. Now that chapter is closing, and a new one begins, in which you will handle money with the effortless flow of water, letting it slip through your fingers without fear, because you know the source is inexhaustible. Pause again and comment 7777 as a powerful act of faith. Each time you type these 3 digits, feel your energy shift. Let old beliefs about money fall away, replaced by a tranquil awareness that you have entered a realm where limitations dissolve. This is not mere fantasy or wishful thinking. It is a truth your higher self has known all along. It is the manifestation of a divine plan that has been waiting for your readiness. The only question is, are you brave enough to claim it? Now, as you embrace this calling, understand that spending money like water does not imply wasteful extravagance. On the contrary, it represents an unshakable certainty that your needs and desires will be met in every moment. Water is fluid, abundant, essential for life, and it never stagnates when it's in motion. In the same way, money is an energy that wants to flow through you, to circulate, to create impact. The more you resist this flow, hoarding out of fear or clinging to a mindset of never enough, the more you block the financial currents that long to surge through your life. When you release your grip, trusting in divine provision, you become a channel through which money can move freely, blessing you and everyone connected to you. You might be thinking, but how can I step into that level of abundance when my reality tells a different story? That is precisely where faith comes in. Faith is the bridge between where you stand today and the version of you who spends money like water without a trace of worry. Faith doesn't require you to see the entire path. It only asks you to take the next step, trusting that a higher power orchestrates your journey. And let me tell you, this path is drenched in supernatural favor. Doors will open that were bolted shut, opportunities will show up in the most unexpected places, and resources will present themselves right when you need them. It will feel as though your life has stepped into a new dimension, because that is exactly what's happening. Comment 777 once more to anchor this truth in your heart. Every time you do so, imagine the flow of money intensifying, the channels of supply widening, and the old limitations shattering. Let the energy of those 3 digits resonate with the frequency of infinite supply, reminding you that any sense of lack was an illusion that is now cracking at the seams. Yes, illusions have real effects, but they crumble when you stand firm in a higher truth. The truth is, you are destined for abundant living. Abundance is not solely about piling up wealth. It's about living in a state of perpetual opportunity, where the very air around you seems charged with possibility. It's about the deep assurance that whatever you require, money, time, connections, or creativity, will materialize exactly when it must, because your life has aligned with divine purpose. That is the essence of spending money like water. You allow it to move freely, never fearing its loss, because you know an endless source backs you up. This mindset transforms everything: your relationships, your career, your ability to give and serve, and your sense of self-worth. Now, let's discuss the emotional weight that often clings to money matters. For years, maybe even decades, you've carried the burden of guilt or shame around not having enough. You've seen others prosper and wondered why you were left behind. But your vantage point shifts the moment you realize that the same universal force that blesses them wants to bless you too. Your time has come, chosen soul. The struggles that shaped you were never meant to define you. They were stepping stones, designed to ensure that when abundance arrived, you would have the depth of character to handle it responsibly. This new chapter is your payoff, the fruit of every tear, every prayer, every late-night worry. Pause and comment 777 again, letting that act flush away any final residue of unworthiness. Allow the wave of liberating joy to wash over you as you sense for the first time the immensity of your inheritance. No matter what your past or present looks like, no matter how impossible the numbers may appear, you stand on the brink of a financial revolution in your life. The ground beneath your feet shakes with possibility. Heaven itself leans in, waiting to see if you will embrace or reject the blessings it so freely offers. Spending money like water also requires a metamorphosis in how you view yourself. No longer can you see yourself as a mere bystander in life's economy. You must internalize that you are a divine co-creator, an essential part of a cosmic tapestry, endowed with creative power that can call forth resources from the unseen into the seen. Your words, your thoughts, your feelings about money, they carry electromagnetic force, shaping the opportunities that appear in your path. The invitation here is to speak affluence over your life, to let your thoughts dwell on abundance rather than lack, to let your emotions vibrate with gratitude rather than desperation. You might wonder why the universe would single you out for such blessings. The truth is, it calls to each of us in turn, but few respond with unwavering belief. Many become prisoners of their own skepticism. You, however, were drawn to these words because your soul is prepared to break free. You have glimpsed the realm of infinite supply and realized that living in perpetual worry was never the plan for you. Now you stand at the threshold. Will you cross it? Comment 777 once more, signifying that yes, you are crossing over. Feel your heart lighten, your vision expand, and your spirit kindle with excitement. Even if the how remains elusive, trust that each step will reveal itself in perfect timing. In the realm of the miraculous, logic bends to the power of faith, and what seemed impossible becomes your testimony. Doors you didn't even know existed will open. People with the exact resources you need will show up, and unexpected financial windfalls will confirm that you truly have been chosen for such a time as this. We must also address the pitfalls that come with increased resources. Money is a magnifier, revealing and amplifying who you already are. If you harbor selfishness, greed, or destructive habits, money will spotlight them. But if you cultivate generosity, compassion, and a vision for uplifting others, money becomes a tool that furthers those noble pursuits. Spending money like water is not about reckless indulgence. It's about fearless trust. It's understanding that your supply is endless, but also that you are responsible for the stewardship of every dollar that passes through your hands. The more you bless others, the more blessings flow back to you in a cycle of cosmic reciprocity. This cycle of giving and receiving is crucial. Water that stagnates becomes foul, but water that continually flows remains fresh. So, too, must your finances be in perpetual motion, circulating into investments, donations, services, and heartfelt gifts. In return, watch how fresh streams of opportunity and income come rushing into your life. The more open your hands are, the more you can hold. This is not mere philosophy, it is a principle woven into the spiritual fabric of the universe. You are invited to master it now. Comment 777 to anchor this lesson in your soul. Let each digit represent an open channel, a willingness to let money move through you as a blessing, not just to you, but also to those in your sphere of influence. Imagine how your relationships might change when money is no longer a source of tension, but a fountain of possibilities. Picture how your day-to-day life will glow with positivity, no longer weighed down by silent anxieties over bills or futures. That glow will radiate outward, touching everyone who encounters you. Remember, too, that your mindset is critical. If you treat money as an idol, it will enslave you. If you treat it as a tool, it will empower you. By spending money like water, you demonstrate neither worship of money nor fear of losing it. Instead, you showcase confidence that your source is inexhaustible. Your focus shifts to higher pursuits, creativity, contribution, personal growth, and spiritual evolution. Money becomes a means to those ends, never the end in itself. You may ask, isn't this attitude risky? What if I mismanage resources? Let me gently remind you that fear of failure often keeps people locked in mediocrity. But you, chosen soul, were not fashioned for mediocrity. Yes, there is always risk, but a boat that never leaves the shore cannot reach the treasure islands. Embark on this journey and learn as you go. Mistakes will be your teacher, not your downfall. Each misstep refines your strategy, sharpens your discernment, and strengthens your faith. Comment 777 again as you cast off the anchor of insecurity. Each time you do so, feel your inner fortitude build. No external validation can rival the power of a heart that believes. Indeed, the echoes of that belief will reverberate through every facet of your life, reorganizing circumstances so that prosperity becomes second nature to you. Soon you won't even blink at the sums of money you move around because it will all feel as natural as breathing. Now, consider the ripple effect on those around you. When you stand in confidence, unafraid to let money flow in and out of your life, you give others permission to question their own limiting beliefs. You become a living example that radical trust in a higher source is not only possible, but practical. You break generational curses of poverty thinking, inspiring family and friends to reevaluate how they manage finances. This is how one awakened soul can shift the culture around them, by demonstrating what is feasible when aligned with divine abundance. You might be surprised at how swiftly changes manifest. Businesses that once crawled may suddenly thrive. Employment offers could land in your lap from unexpected sources. Inheritances, legal settlements, or promotional deals might appear out of nowhere. But let's be clear, these things are not random. They are the natural consequence of calibrating your energy to the frequency of infinite supply. By living in unwavering expectation, you prime your environment to yield fruits of prosperity. Yet do not think that money alone defines abundance. True wealth also includes time, health, relationships, peace of mind, and creative expression. This shift in your finances is just one piece of a grander mosaic. As you step into deeper abundance, expect transformations in multiple areas of your life. Emotional wounds may heal faster. Stress may lose its power over you. You may find your daily routines brimming with purpose, joy, and a sense of wonder that had long been missing. Embrace it all. This is your moment. Comment 777 once more, inviting an even broader awakening of abundance. Each digit typed is a key unlocking hidden chambers in your soul, revealing unsuspected strengths and letting the spirit of lack dissolve like morning fog under the rising sun. Watch how your personality evolves, how your gestures become more generous, your words more uplifting, your perspective more expansive. This is you, blooming into the fullness you were always meant to embody. Stay alert, though. There will be moments when your old mindset tries to crawl back. Maybe you'll hesitate over a purchase or cling too tightly to a resource. That's normal. Habits etched by years of scarcity thinking won't vanish overnight. When you sense that old fear, pause, breathe, remind yourself that you are on a new path where money is not your master but your instrument. Affirm that an ocean of provision undergirds your life and let that memory banish any creeping doubt. People may question your newfound ease with finances. They might say, "Aren't you afraid of going broke? Isn't it reckless to spend without fear?" Let love guide your response. They operate from a worldview where money is an elusive resource. You have stepped into a kingdom of limitless supply. Resist the urge to argue or defend. Instead, let your peace and unwavering results speak for themselves. Over time, the shift in your life will be so evident that words become unnecessary. Comment 777 again, solidifying your resolve in the face of any external skepticism. Let your posture remain calm, your heart unwavering, confident that the same universal force that keeps the planets in orbit also orchestrates your provision. That is not arrogance, it is humility before a power far greater than your individual self. By aligning with that power, you become a channel of blessings that extends beyond your personal sphere. Keep in mind that generosity is both an effect and a cause of abundance. The more you give, the more you affirm the endlessness of your supply, and the more returns to you, multiplied. It's a cycle as old as time, observed in every sacred text and spiritual tradition. Spend money like water and watch how wealth returns like the tide. But give not just from expectation of reward, give because your heart is overflowing with gratitude, aware that you live under the banner of divine favor. Some of you might receive immediate confirmations after you internalize this message: a sudden financial gift, an erased debt, a promotion at work, or a surge in business revenue. When that happens, do not chalk it up to coincidence. Rather, claim it as the first ripple in a vast ocean of transformation. Let it energize your commitment to this new way of being, fueling your faith in the unstoppable momentum of grace. Others might face a short testing period where nothing seems to change right away. Do not be discouraged. Sometimes the seed of abundance must germinate beneath the soil of your life's circumstances before it bursts into view. Keep watering it with your unwavering faith, gratitude, and readiness to act on opportunities. In time, you will witness a harvest that will silence every doubt. Patience is not a sign of passivity, but of unwavering trust in the cosmic process. Comment 77 yet again, especially if you feel your faith being tested. Let each digit typed be a beacon that penetrates any fog of discouragement, reminding you that your story is far from over. The universe is always at work in the background, arranging situations, shifting hearts, and preparing you to steward the next phase of blessing. Even a single day can make all the difference. Keep your eyes open for seemingly small breakthroughs, for they often herald the larger ones still to come. Now, let's look forward. Envision yourself a year from now. Picture the tension you once felt around finances, replaced by an effortless flow of income and outflow. You might laugh at how seriously you once took money, how it consumed your thoughts, how it made you second-guess every decision. Feel the relief of living in such freedom, the joy of knowing you can help others spontaneously, the pride of seeing your dreams materialize. Feel the gratitude flooding your heart because you dared to believe in the possibility that money could be an ally, not an adversary. Can you sense that future pulling you forward? Does your spirit leap at the thought of spending money like water, freely, joyfully, unafraid, knowing that each dollar released returns in greater measure? That is your destiny beckoning. And that feeling, dear one, is more real than any fleeting doubt. It's an invitation to co-create a life story where lack plays no part and worry about finances becomes a distant memory. Comment 7771, one final time to seal this vision into your being. Let it serve as your vow never to revert to the scarcity mindsets that once dictated your days. From this point on, you are a vessel of abundance, a living testimony that the old narratives of limitation no longer apply. You will spend money like water, not because you are reckless, but because you trust an unending wellspring of supply. Each act of spending or giving becomes an affirmation that you are supported by infinite grace. Take heart, chosen soul. The universe celebrates each step you take toward this promised reality. Angels rejoice, higher energies resonate, and even the cells in your body respond to the shift in your consciousness. Embrace the wonder of this metamorphosis, for it touches more than your bank balance. It touches your identity, your relationships, your entire worldview. You will find that as money flows, so does creativity. So does peace, so does a sense of purpose that defies the mundane routines of ordinary existence. Soon, you will look back on this moment as the turning point, the day you discovered you were not bound by human limitations or economic predictions. You are an heir to a kingdom where abundance is the norm and where money, like water, can be freely spent without fear of depletion. Cherish this truth. Let it transform you into a beacon of hope for all who remain trapped in financial despair. Let your testimony break chains in others, showing them it is possible to live in the overflow, to move in alignment with cosmic wealth, and to reflect the goodness of the source that never runs dry. Henceforth, every time you handle money, let a smile curl upon your lips. Know that it is not a dwindling resource, but an ever-flowing current. You are simply tapping into it, directing it for the greatest good, yours and others. This is your reality now. You are free, chosen one, free to dream bigger, free to expand, free to contribute to the world in ways you never thought affordable, free to live a life that mirrors the boundless creativity of the universe itself. Feel that sense of lightness in your chest, that subtle shift in the atmosphere around you. It is the confirmation that this message was meant for you. The illusions that once held you captive are dissolving, replaced by a luminous certainty that you lack nothing. The storehouses of heaven are at your disposal, awaiting your faithful request. Spend money like water, dear soul, and watch as rivers of financial blessing spring forth in places you once believed were deserts. Now, let gratitude flood every cell of your body. Express thanks for this revelation, for the resources already pouring in, for the transformation that has begun. In the dimension of the miraculous, gratitude is the language that accelerates fulfillment. By expressing it wholeheartedly, you magnify the blessings you've yet to see, drawing them closer, pulling them into your tangible reality. Yes, miracles are normal in the life of one who believes in the unstoppable flow of wealth. Comment 777 to finalize your vow. This is your silent promise, your unwavering yes to a future unburdened by financial chains. Let the naysayers doubt and the fearful retreat. You will stand firm, anchored by the knowledge that your supply is endless. And in that stance, you usher in a wave of blessings that not only saturates your life, but overflows into your relationships, your community, and even far-flung corners of the world. By your overflow, others are nourished. Chosen one, you will spend money like water. Effortless, unafraid, unstoppable. This is not mere hype, but a prophecy rooted in eternal truths, waiting to be fulfilled in you. The question has never been about whether the supply exists. It's about whether you will open your heart to receive and release it. You stand now at the gateway to a life so abundant your past limitations can barely comprehend it. Step forward. Step boldly. Step with the confidence of one who knows the well never runs dry. This is your appointment with destiny, your moment of liberation from fear and from the smallness that once haunted your dreams. Go forth and live in the overflow. May your days shine with the glow of financial freedom, your nights ring with the sound of joyous possibilities, and your spirit forever rest in the assurance that you are chosen, destined to exemplify the unending bounty of a universe that smiles upon you. Amen. And so it is.